When life gets difficult, everyone wishes to be content in their lives. Everyone wishes to live a perfect life. We desire that fantastic career or a thriving business. We aspire to be married to Mr. or Mrs. Ideal. We want to raise wonderful children. We desire friends who will stand by us in good times and bad. We want to be able to have all of life's material goods while also having all of our worries vanish. Everyone wishes for a happy existence. It could be on several levels. A good life may be defined in one manner by one individual and described in another way by another. For some, a good life may consist of nothing more than 3 meals a day and a roof over their heads. Another example could be owning a large mansion and a few $1,000,000 in the bank. There are various degrees and meanings to what it means to live a good life. But, whatever you call it, there's probably one thing you have in common with a lot of other individuals. You might desire a stress-free life. You wish you could get it without having to work as hard or as long for it. That is a reasonable expectation for a human being. Nobody enjoys having to fight their way through life. Unfortunately, it's also what can be preventing you from living your best life. Many people lose up before they even begin because the notion of all that work, all that planning, overcoming obstacles and resistance is enough to make them give up before they even begin. It might all seem daunting, and many people believe it isn't worth it. It's as though just thinking about running a marathon depletes your vitality. Before you even get to the starting line, the notion of all that running scares and exhausts you mentally to the point where you decide not to participate. It's just too difficult. M. Scott Peck's The Road Less Traveled is one of my favorite books. The book's opening sentence is, "Life is difficult." Now, if you pick up a book and the first thing it tells you is, "Life is difficult," you may just think, is this book going to get reassuring and encouraging after such a start? But, as Peck goes on to explain, once you accept that life is hard, it no longer becomes an issue that it's difficult. He says, once we know that life is difficult, once we truly understand and accept it, then life is no longer difficult. Everything you want in life will be difficult to obtain. It is quite rare to obtain anything in life without exerting some effort. Only if you win the lottery will you have everything without having to work for it, and even then, you'd have to buy the lottery ticket anyhow, so it's not really free. Life is difficult, and your boss won't always be the nicest person on the planet. Your job will provide you with obstacles that you did not anticipate. Your coworkers will irritate you at times. At work, you won't always get the pay and recognition you want and deserve. It's possible that your customers aren't the nicest individuals on the planet. Life is difficult, and your children will not always be the perfect children you desire. Your wife or spouse might not be as great as you imagined when you married them. In fact, I promise they aren't. It's possible that your home isn't the best environment for you. You might not be the ideal wife or husband you previously imagined yourself to be. Life is difficult, and owning a business is not as simple as you may think. Even though you are a truly good person with amazing products to offer, no one is lining up to bring money to your business. I could go on with numerous instances, but the bottom line is that life is difficult. I don't intend to imply that you don't deserve a break from all of this. I'm not saying you're wrong to believe you deserve more than you've gotten from life and the world so far. I'm not denying that you have every right to feel the way you do. I'm sure you've experienced your share of difficulties. I understand that you may feel as though it's all a bit perplexing and difficult at times. I mean, you've put in a lot of effort. You've accomplished everything you could in your life, whether at work or at home. However, things don't appear to have gone as smoothly as you had thought. Everything appears to have gone wrong, and you have no idea how or why. But that's fine. It's perfectly natural. That is what it means to be human. That is the essence of life. Life is difficult. That must be accepted. You will feel better about your situation once you have done so. Then you won't think of your predicament as anything other than what every human being goes through. Then you'll consider your predicament to be a normal part of life. You will no longer berate yourself for how horrible things are or how poorly you are performing in some areas. You'll come to realize that you're merely a human being. You, like everyone else, make mistakes. You, like everyone else, aren't perfect. Don't stop there, though. Accepting that life is difficult does not indicate that you accept everything that happens to you and go with the flow.